Hello, everyone. I am coming to you live from Inspiration House with a group of people who are kindly helping to hold the space, along with House Keperu and our friends. We weren't here last week, so if this is your first time, or if you're relatively new, this is the connection ritual. The connection ritual is a meditation of energy and connection, and it is a way of sharing and sustaining community that we have been engaged in since the beginning of the pandemic. We opened it up to the greater world on the anniversary, and it's something that you can't really do wrong. Listen to the sound of my voice, focus on the candle, and as we progress, I will guide you to find the connections that stretch across distance, that stretch between all of us, soul to soul, so that we can feel one another, support one another, give or receive energy, healing, just an emotional acknowledgement that someone knows that we're there and care. If there are people in your life who you miss right now, if you are isolated, if there's someone who's passed beyond, take a few moments to think about them and set the intention to connect. As you do that, set up your space. A candle is not necessary, but we use it as a focus. You can use the candle here as a focus. You can simply imagine light within. If you live with people and you find noise distracting, now is the time to ask for a little bit of quiet. If you have pets and you also find them distracting, now is a good time to put them somewhere on the other side of a door, assuming that won't be more distracting. And then just get comfortable. Sit down, lounge, lay down, however it's going to work best for you. Stretch a little bit. If you like music and that helps you focus, if incense is something that speaks to you and helps you focus, however you set your space to raise your consciousness beyond this physical week, because we're going to let some of that go. Okay, we begin with the Keprian charge. We are the many born. We are the immortal. Eternal we wander the aeons, moving to the rhythm of our own inner tides. We are active elements, moving through passive worlds. Endlessly we die and are reborn, changed yet unchanging through the years. We move from lifetime to lifetime, taking up bodies as garments. Ours is a journey toward understanding, and our charge is knowledge and wisdom. We are the catalysts, and as we awaken to ourselves, we serve to awaken the very world. Take a few moments to be present, first in your body, and check in with your body. How do you feel? Are you comfortable? Are there distractions? Are you carrying stress from the week? Do you ache? Are you hungry? Anything that you find unwanted or distracting, don't try to grab it and push it away, but just acknowledge that that is a sensation that you are experiencing and set it to one side. If that feels difficult, simply turn your attention away from it. In the same way that you would turn your attention away from music or noise in the background when you wanted to focus on what was right in front of you. What is right in front of you is your experience now. And an intention to be focused, to let go of the things that are distracting you, obligations pulling you away from yourself. Your center of focus is you. And as you check in with your body, allow yourself to sort of sink into as much comfort as you can. Be aware of how the life flows through you, the rhythm of your flesh. And if that is comforting, take comfort in that rhythm. If breathing helps, focus you. Take a few breaths and just allow yourself to relax and feel how that moves through you, tingling down to your fingertips from head to toe, warm, comforting. And now also turn your attention within. Close your eyes against the light, this candle or the light in your room, not to block the light out, but to turn your vision inward. Turn your vision inward and seek that part of you that is inside your body, deeper than your body, beyond and within. Seek that internal core of you, the center of yourself, spiral deeper and deeper until you find a quiet, sheltered, centered space that is the core of you. Maybe this resides within your body. Maybe it resides somewhere beyond, timeless. Perhaps you experience it as a flame, as an unquenchable star. Perhaps it is a song you only remember in dreams. Memory, color, something that has no words. However you experience the core of you, in the same way you spent some time just being present in your body. Be present in that core. Be there only in yourself. Become aware of where your boundaries are. We lose sight of those boundaries and are pulled away from them daily. There are so many distractions in the world, both emotional and physical. And right now, be inside you. And get a good sense of where you begin and end and where everything else around you is. And don't worry about anything else around you. Reconnect with what it feels like to be still, to be centered, to be focused, to be safe. Take a few moments to be in that. Only you. What shape does that take? What pieces of yourself have you gotten distracted from in the intervening weeks? What have you forgotten? What do you need to reconnect to? Some of you will need to stay in this space, focus, sheltered, enclosed, so that you can rest and recharge and rediscover exactly who you are. For those of you who are comfortable reaching beyond, take a moment to examine those boundaries around you. You have total control over them. They can be as strong and as impenetrable as you wish, or they may be as permeable as filmy veils, curtains that let in the breeze and the light. Beyond them is the vastness of space and also an expansive, glimmering webwork of light, interconnected rivulets, strong and fragile as spider webs. These connections, many of them, connect to the core of you. Some are faint with disuse. Somebody is on the other end, but you have not connected with them for so long, but the pathway has worn thin. Others connect you across distance to minds and souls and beings that you know well and deeply, and this connection shows it. There is a familiarity and a brilliance to it. If you are in a good place to reach out beyond yourself, choose a few of these connections to explore, to become expansive beyond your boundaries, to reach out across the distance, to find the other stars, bright minds and souls, all of whom are connected in this webwork, vast, eternal, and glimmering in the void. Along these pathways, we share thought, dream, memory, energy. There's a certain amount of support that passes along it, whether we will it or not, for we are all connected. We all influence one another at least a little. It's why it's so important to be able to find center again, to be able to find those boundaries and define them, because it's so easy to be pulled off kilter with all of these other minds connected to us. But in this moment, engage with intention, engage with consent, reach out to the people and the powers, the souls, the places that you have a connection to, and ask, may we engage? May we share something? May I give you a little of myself? May I receive a little of you? Support, love, energy, inspiration. With an open heart and an open mind, share what you are able. Share however you are comfortable, and also receive. Give yourself permission to receive what is offered back to you. Maybe this is a message from a deceased loved one who is honestly not far from you. We are all still connected, whether we wear bodies or not. Maybe it's a message from a place that you haven't visited in a very long time, and it misses the feel of your footfalls on its rocks and its soil. Maybe it's a tree that has fallen to a storm, and its soul, too, still resonates in this space. And the boughs and the leaves miss you, and the movement of your eyes as it moves in the wind. Allow yourself to be exactly as expansive as feels comfortable. And realize in this moment that your body is a point you can come back to, but it is not a point that binds you. You can travel as far as you can propel yourself, as far as you can imagine, as far as you can reach. Your only limitation is you, your will, your comfort, your consent. And take a few moments to simply be in that space, wild and wide and expansive, so much more than the tiny self that our day-to-day life requires us to feel like. Be wide and vast and bright. And feel how much power every single one of you possesses, both to change and be changed. Because where we are at as a people, as a world, we need bright, burning stars, bright wills who are able to change and be changed, to love, to give, to receive, and to be compassionate. And as much as it's difficult to want to come back, we are also beings in bodies. And there's nothing wrong with the flesh that we wear. It is a vessel, it is a tool, it has its uses, and it is glorious as well. So allow yourself, after indulging in this expansion, to wend back along the connections, to pull yourself back into that calm, sheltered, centered space, to be you and only you again. Safe in the knowledge that you can find these pathways again. They're always there. But you can open them wider, you can engage with them, you can turn away from them. You can shut yourself off entirely if you must. But you should only do that consciously. Don't ever do it out of fear if you can help it. But bring yourself back to center. Take a few moments to pull your attention away from those various connections and just be you again. And from that calm, centered, sheltered space, bring yourself back to where your body is. And be in that as well. However it feels, however it works for you. With the knowledge that just behind your eyes are these vast spaces where you are not obligated to only travel with your legs. We are greater than the sum of our parts, and we are far vaster. We have passed this way before, and we will pass this way again. We have been many things to one another, teachers, lovers, friends, and bitterest enemies. But through it all, we have remained tied together soul to soul in this, our ancient family. May we endure together peacefully. May we enjoy each new lifetime as it comes. May we strengthen each other as we strengthen ourselves, and may we find one another in every time and in every place to share this fellowship and to celebrate this bond. And I will see you again next week if you wish. Thank you all.